person, it's okay. You see how that works? Yeah. So you can go in and customize them, or more importantly, you can create new test items. It's so powerful. I mean, this if I were back teaching again, I would use this. I would give them a quiz a day. I mean, it'd be so much fun. You can do it. And actually, this is another area for somebody asked about research. I think you asked about research. If I were researching now, one of the things I would research is, do students do better if you quiz them more frequently or less frequently? Now, I think that's pretty straightforward. I think, yes, the more frequently you quiz them, they'll do better. But is there a drop-off point? Like if you quiz them every day, is that too much? If you quiz them once a week, what's better? I would like to do research on that. But just going around and talking to people like yourselves and administrators around the United States, I'm finding that people who quiz their students at least once a week using this kind of, which is easy to do, their students do better. And you know why? It's not the fear of God or whatever. Our students are here to do what? To learn. If you only give them a quiz every month or every 2 months, they don't see their success rates. They don't see themselves progressing, so they're not as motivated. But if you give them at least a quiz a week, they're going to see progress and they're going to keep coming back and they're going to feel better about it and learn more. So I would recommend 2 quizzes a week, really. That's what I would do. Yes?
For the scoring, does it go underneath the, have you still have to score by hand or?
Oh, very good question. Yeah.
Here.
Very good question. We have only been showing you the old-fashioned way, which is you take this and you print it out, right? And there's actually a score sheet that you can print out, a COSS form on it, on here, with the COSS. Where can I find it? Let's get out of this. Oh, here's that part. The test has not been saved. You want to save it? No, we don't want to save it, but we could save it. And by the way, you can save it and put it in a Word document, and you can change it. You can change the font. You can do whatever you want. There's so many things you can do. It's totally powerful. But let's just go back here. I think, where do I have this here? I'm trying to remember. Exam view. Maybe it's, I don't think it's here.
I thought I saw that you have a way of recording the students' grades or not.
Oh, there is. But I'm just trying to find the COSS answer sheet. I guess it's not here. I'll have to check on that too. I don't remember the COSS answer sheet. But there's an answer sheet you can print out when the students bubble it, you know. But
with the Scantron?
With Scantron, yeah. But here's what you can do too. This can be set up so the students can do it in a lab, in a computer lab. You can set this up so the students just go into a lab and they take the test on the computer. You don't have to be there. There can just be a lab technician or somebody monitoring it. And that is done through the ExamView player. Okay, this is when the students get on and you give them a password and they can go in anytime they want to take the test. And it's automatically scored on the computer and retained on the computer. Now that's something you'll want to talk to Steve about, you know, once you get to that point, if you have lab situation for them. I don't know if you do. Do you have
well, it's used in the mornings.
So that's, but see, what the student would do is you could say, okay, students, between now and next Wednesday, you need to go in and you need to take this test. Here's what you do. You sign in your name, you put in your ID and take test number 4, and you have to take it, boom, boom, boom. And it's all graded for them automatically, okay? And then your scores, I'll show you where the scores are. Then what there is it. And then for you, there's the test manager for the teacher. You actually go in here and you can see your whole class roster, what they've done, where they've messed up. So let's just open an existing class. This is a sample class right here. Here's what your report card would look like for your students. Okay, there's your students with their student ID. This is the sample one. This is a mathematics class. But you can see quiz number 1, the percentage they got, the score they got, et cetera, et cetera. And there are other ways up here. It's been a while since I've looked at it, but you can actually determine for the whole class what were the questions they missed. So you can do a diagnostic for your whole class to see, well, all my students missed question number 5 and number 6. I better go back and reteach those. Okay? So there's an incredible management tool in this as well. Yeah.
So this tool, is this only if they're taking the exam on a computer?
Yeah, because it automatically records it.
So if
the rest is
we give
paper
them a
and
paper
pencil.
exam,
Yeah.
there's no way we can go in there and sort of punch in the scores and it'll do this for us? No?
Gosh, I hadn't thought about that. It's pretty laborious, but maybe you could.
No, I don't mean, making it. I mean just punching in the percentages and then it would just format it for us.
That's a good question. I don't know. We'll have to check. We'll have to check out. Maybe that's a possibility. No one's ever asked me that. And I don't do it on a daily basis, so I don't know, but this is such a versatile program, it may allow you to do that. It's a good point, because it's all right there for you, isn't it? And then you just, by the end of your semester, you have all your quizzes and all the information's right there.
For every chapter.
Every chapter. And you can do midterm, end of book exams, etc. Okay, so ExamView is great, right? And you can use that. Again, I think the point I want to get across about ExamView, because you do not have to assess your students here, right? They do not get a pass-fail grade, right?
No.
So therefore, you can use it as test preparation for CASAS, okay? But more importantly, you can use it for student motivation and additional practice exercises like this lady was asking for. You can use this to increase what's going on in the student book by providing exercises of all kinds that are fun.
Yes, something for them to do.
Also, it's good for bell ringer activities. If you have students, my classes, when I taught adult education, students never came on time and they always had to leave early, that kind of stuff.
Well, that's really changed.
Has it changed? Well, I'm glad to hear that. It must just be Huntington Beach adults. But sometimes you
You
have
candy in the morning.
sometimes you have periods when you just have to have them just do some, I don't want to call it busy work, but basically it's bell ringer
It is
type
busy
activities.
work.
And you want them to be productive in doing stuff. Or maybe you're working with part of the class over here while you want the other class, part of the class to be doing something else. ExamView is a great option. Okay guys, we are out of time. Any last questions? Again, expectations are what? Premeditated resentments, okay? I'm sure there's still some resentments among you because I didn't get to cover everything. Did I cover most of it, do you think? Did I cover most of it?
Yes.
Is there any one last question that somebody's just dying about that I can answer real quickly? If not, we will release you and you can hang around after.
So I like presentation tools on the exam.
The presentation tool is in. Swinging over the interactive CD. The interactive CD is very just we won't do it, but you can just plug it in and do it. It's very simple to do.
Yeah.
All right, you're all released.